Hi guys! Today's story is A Day at the Apple Orchard. This story is by Megan Faulkner and Adam Krauski. This story uses photographs for the illustrations. A Day at the Apple Orchard. It's a sunny day in early fall, perfect for apple picking. Before we go into the orchard, we learn how apples are grown. It has taken many months for them to grow and ripen. Just like all living things, apples need the right amount of rain and sun to be healthy. The life of an apple begins in spring. During the winter months, the tree doesn't grow or change. This stage is called dormancy. Remember, that's like when the tree is kind of sleeping. Warm weather awakens the tree and it begins a new cycle of growth. See, all the snow has melted. Leaves push out from the tiny buds. 5-petal blossoms grow in beautiful shades of pink or white. Apple farmers set up beehives in the orchard. When a honeybee lands on an apple blossom, it sips the sweet nectar. Tiny grains of pollen stick to its legs. As the bees fly from flower to flower, the pollen it carries fertilizes the blossoms. This is called pollination. We saw this also on our pumpkin flowers. We saw the bees out there. As spring turns into summer, the flower petals fall from the trees. On the branches, ovaries begin to grow. They will become apples. All summer long, the apples get bigger and bigger. As autumn approaches, the apples start to ripen. They turn from green to red. Some types of apples, like Granny Smith, stay green. Others, like Golden Delicious, turn yellow. By late summer or early fall, the apples are fully ripened. It's harvest time. We pick up our baskets and get ready for a tractor ride. The tractor takes us into the orchard. We're picking Empire apples today because they're the ripest. Before we start, we learn the best way to pick an apple. Instead of pulling it off the tree, you must turn the eye, the bottom, to the sky and gently tug. We want to make sure that the bud is not damaged for next year. It's time to start picking. Apples bruise easily, so we place them next to each other very gently in the basket. While we are picking, we see wire guards at the bottom of the trees. We aren't the only ones who like apple trees. Apple farmers must safeguard the trees from hungry creatures such as rabbits, rodents, and insects. Our baskets are full. It's time to head back to the farm. Now we sample the apples, crisp and delicious. Next, we see how apple juice and cider are made with an old-fashioned hand press. First, the apples are put in the press. Then we turn the crank. The cider comes out at the bottom. Then we have a taste test. It's been so much fun learning about apples. We can't wait to come back next year. The end.